I'm back. So a lot of you guys wanted to know how I apply my bronzer and my blush. I'll do a separate video for how I contour and highlight because they kind of go hand in hand sometimes. So these are the two that I usually use. This is MAC Solar Riche. Oh, excuse the packaging, how dildy it is. This one's the one that came in the Weekend Warrior. Hello. Style Warriors collection. I love this bronzer, although it's a little bit more orangey. And then I also, this is my tried and true, probably hands down my favorite bronzer. This is Clinique's Sunswept. You guys can see, it's Clinique's Sunswept. I use this all the time. It's funny because it has a little bit of shimmer, but when it's on my face, you can't really see it. So this is the difference between the two. As you can tell, this one is like a lot more tan, like tan. I usually like using this one more in the winter to kind of really warm up my face, but more often I'm grabbing my Clinique. To apply my bronzer, I use two different brushes depending, you know, which one I feel like using. But usually it's going to be this one, which is the angled brush from Sonia Kashuk's Professional line or something. It's the one with the special pretty writing right there. Yeah. And then if not, I'm using my MAC 116. It really just depends. Depends how like if you want to get like a deeper contour with your bronzer. I wouldn't suggest contouring with bronzer, but it does add some dimension to your forehead and your face. Like it kind of just adds a warmth to your face. You know, that's the whole point. So it's going to be one of these brushes, but usually it's going to be my angled brush. Later on in the video, I'm also going to show you how I apply my blush. And usually when I apply my blush, hello, more than likely it's going to be this one that I use for my bronzer. Just because of the way it contours your face, it just goes like this, and then like that, and then like that. Like this angle, I don't know. And then it's dense, picks up the color really nice. So, I tap the product, then I tap off the excess. Okay, so I kind of follow the same method you would use if you were contouring. I start from here, drag it down, kind of blend it out, and then I brush the excess on my fill head and do the 3E on both sides, where basically you do this and like that, and then like this and then like that. But yeah, most of the product is gonna go on my cheeks. This is usually what I do. Most people make the fishy face like that. I make like a half fishy face, half smile. So I kind of go like this, like that. Okay, then that's what shows me where my cheek is, up here. So usually what I do, sorry, I have a mirror right here, is I usually tap the color in first, so that the majority of the color is there, and then I brush it down. And then I blend it out. And then I brush the excess on my forehead. It's very rare that I brush the excess on my forehead. I must have to be looking extremely tired that day to do that. But usually, I'm doing it like this. So, this face looks tan and warm. This face, not so much. Do you see the difference? Do you see the difference? Do you see the difference? Yeah. So you can even see where it stops right there. I very rarely put bronzer on my forehead because I naturally tan there. Now that the sun's out a little bit more, I normally don't really have to tan in that area. Basically, you want to apply your bronzer where your sun-kissed areas are, and that's basically the like the parts of your face that is gonna tan faster. Like that's kind of the whole point to bronzers, to warm up your face, kind of give you like that sun-kissed look. So you're gonna want to put it in the places that tan. Look at a picture of yourself in the sun when you're tan, and that's where you're going to want to apply your bronzer, if that makes any sense at all. Like I said, you're going to want it in the places that, you know, makes you, like, it warms up your face, you know what I'm saying? But the 3E method is the best method to follow. So we're going to do the other side. Do it again. You need to see it again. Brush it on your temples. Blend it. Again, I very rarely do this whole forehead thing. It's kind of new to me. I've only been doing it recently because I've been looking so untan lately. That's just me though. You don't really have to do the whole forehead thing. It's just, it kind of pulls the whole look together, if that makes any sense. So there. Voila! Suddenly Rachel is 2 shades darker. Suddenly I'm done. Okay, so moving on to blush. I use 2 different brushes. Oh, hello. Okay. Usually it's the MAC 116 or it's my MAC 129. This is a short-handled traveled version. I don't know where the big version is right now. Sometimes, depending on the type of blush, I will use my MAC 109, like if it's more of a cream type product, or sometimes I'll use my MAC 130 to kind of put the product there and then I blend it out with the 109. Sometimes I'll use my 187, sorry. My 187, that's the stippling skunk looking brush. I don't know where it is right now, but sometimes I'll use that for cream blush. But we're just gonna stick to powder blush, okay? It's getting too complicated. So powder blush, usually these 3 brushes. So it's these 2, the MAC ones, and then I also use my Sedona Lace 850, which is the fluffy one. Again, depending, you know, what kind of look I'm going for, but more often I'm choosing these 2. So let's use the 168 today. MAC blush palette, my tried and true. It's hella messy. Usually I'm using MAC's Melba. I also use Spring Sheen or Style, sometimes Peach Twist. This one is Blunt, that's for contouring. This one I believe is Sweet as Cocoa. But usually I'm gonna use MAC's Melba, or at least lately that's what I've been using. So I put it on my brush, tap off the excess, and then you want to smile. Now, depending on your face shape, it depends whether or not you should smile, you know, big or small. I mean, it's gonna depend on your face shape. I have a very oval face shape and I'm kind of chubsters. So, when I smile, my apples pop out a lot. So I usually brush it like on the contours of my apple, not directly on my apple. Some people look better with it directly on their apples, but I like to do it like around this area, like when I smile, like right here, like kind of above your bronzer, but like not really. It's like between your bronzer and between where your highlight would be. Does that make any sense? So it's like this area that you see that's shining right there, that's usually where this is gonna go. So you want to smile and then lightly brush. If your blush doesn't have a lot of product or like a lot of, you know, pigmentation, you can tap it and then brush it. And then you want to brush towards your temples. Use a light hand, don't go all blush crazy. I mean, I guess it depends. If you're blush crazy, by all means. And the reason why I keep the other side with no product is so that the one with product will be this one, and then this one will be the one to blend it. So you go in this kind of motion, if that makes any sense, to kind of blend it out. See? Hey! Put on the product. Now I smile. Blend it towards your temples. This is what's going to give you that natural flush of color. Voila! Okay, whole nother video for contouring and highlighting, because I'm actually not doing that. So that's basically it. So I hope that was helpful, and I'll see you guys later.